Let's start with the resume, and for that we need to jump into my computer.
Hello, this is Anime with Luminous Resume. I'm going to show you how to create a resume, but first I'd like to show you some useful resources. I strongly encourage you to take a look at the Onet online page. Go to the Onet homepage and look to the center page to the left. Under Find Occupations, click on Bright Outlook. Then the drop-down menu, select all Bright Outlook occupations. Let's take a look at just one as an example. Let's look at first line supervisors of retail and sales workers. It's good to explore this page as it has a wealth of information. Once you select an occupation, or perhaps it's even the occupation you currently have, you will be able to use a keyword search as well up here and review the occupational tasks, tools and technology, knowledge, skills, abilities, work activities, everything that has to do with the job, the education required, credentials, interests, work styles, values. This is really important too. Related occupations. This might be something that you can look into if you're working as a first-line supervisor in retail and want to explore other options. This can help you as well. This page also gives you the median wages, projected growth, and you can even find job openings. So in another window, in order to create your resume, I'm going to start off by my heading, which is going to be my name and my email and a phone number. There are many different formats for resumes today. The type of resume that you write will often depend on the type of work that you're looking for and the organization that you're applying to. We're going to cover a basic chronological resume where we're going to start with the most recent education and experience and work our way back. For the most part, if you have a strong educational background, then start with that section. Then the next section would be your work history. Again, there are many variations to the sections, but we're going to keep it pretty simple. If you have a stronger work history, then we could start with the work history and work our way down, and the next section would be education. We're going to start off with education. Now you can decide to add the dates. Some people stay away from adding dates for fear of being discriminated against. For instance, if you have an older worker, then you want to avoid age discrimination. Again, the next section would be work history. As we're doing chronological, we could put the dates here. And this is where the Onet comes into play. If you have one or two jobs, that's fine. We're going to try to keep it to 1 page, maximum 2 pages. You can always print front and back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Onet. Now, I wouldn't copy and paste and just leave it like that, but this is going to be just as an example. So I'm going to copy this and paste it into the resume. We could change all the formatting later as well, but just to keep it looking sharp, a list of potential job duties. And of course you would tweak this to be specific to what you did. Now here you could also include information such as it's important to be quantitative. If you're going to put information on here, try to be as specific as possible. Now another section that you can add is training and or certifications. You could just name it training. There's all different types of stuff you can name them. And again, the formatting could be changed. I'm just going to bold certain areas. Center that, increase the font. This is just a simple example. And you can go back and forth to Onet and see if there's anything that you might like to use. You can even look up training. All right. Another thing I want to discuss is your references. I would never put references furnished upon request. Just go ahead and start another page. Select the name of a former colleague. Have at least 3 references. Try to keep the majority of them professional. You can have a friend or an instructor, but it's definitely a good idea to have a former supervisor or a former colleague. A little bit of a character reference from a friend. Another thing I want to discuss, what is a resume used for? It's a quick advertisement of yourself, and it's a snapshot of you to catch an employer's eye or a recruiter's eye. It's used to secure an interview. It's an important tool to use when attempting to provide a summary of your skills, abilities, and accomplishments. I've received hundreds of resumes that contain multiple pages. Sometimes they're faxed, sometimes they're turned in person. And one thing that I recommend, for a lot of times they get jumbled up and paperwork gets separated. I recommend that if you're going to use a long resume or anything that's more than a page long, to use a footer. So let's go ahead and insert a footer. I'm also going to select a different first page. Write your name, email, and your phone number. So now you can see the second page has your contact information and your name, and the first page has your information up at the top. And you can change things around too. You can change the order. You can decide to add a section on skills, such as languages. And maybe list software. You can go on and on. Check your formatting. Again, this is a simple and quick tutorial. Thank you.
Okay, that's all for today. Remember, the next steps are crucial as they deal with what employers are looking for now, which are LinkedIn profiles and how to answer today's most common interview questions.